got this letter with black round the edges inviting me to a wake for Oz in Middlesbrough. So Nev and me drove down, and other faces from the past started showing up. Faces we hadn't seen in years. Some of them were doing a bit better than others. And a new face, Wayne's kid, Wyman. When Oz walked through the door, we all wanted to kill him. But he had a proposition. He wanted us to pull down this bridge. He'd met a bloke in the nick, some fat cat called Geoffrey Granger, who owed him a favour. The ante was 10 grand each.
Where would any of us get that sort of money?
Even Moxie came up with the readies. I was skint, said, count me out.
Pull in again, Dennis.
Then Oz used his powers of persuasion.
Peculiar bloody bridge.
Aye. So years ago they used to build ships this far up the Tees. Couldn't put up a regular bridge, so they couldn't get out to sea.
Still beats me how you swung this deal, lad.
Just economics, Barry. See, Granger's consortium put this job out to tender. High-tech civil engineering companies. Well, all them overheads, bringing in cranes from the continent and what have you, the lowest quote they got was 2 million nigger.
Well, we're way below that. Can we do it?
Yes, we can do it because we are low-tech. See, we're going to pull it down the same way as them put it up 90 years ago, with pulleys and chains and sweat and toil.
Where's it going?
I'm not sure, kid. The Far East, I think.
Malaysia.
Huh?
The Granger as good as told me when we had our dinner.
Oh. Hey, we should have a photo.
Aye.
Excuse me, huh? We'll take a photo. Who'd have thought it?
Ridiculous, mate.
I take it this partnership is being formed on a basis of mutual trust.
Yep.
Well, there's no point in formalizing the relationship. No need to register a company. All we need is a simple letter of agreement signed by you all.
Equal dibs all the way around.
Okay. Pro rata based on your contribution to the working capital?
Not exactly.
Yes, exactly.
And any possible profit
Eventual profit.
will also be divided pari passu.
Pari par what?
Equal slices of the cake, Mugs.
Why didn't he just say so?
Right, well, I get the letter drafted. You can sign it while you're here. Now all you need is a local bank account in the name of your partnership, and you're ready to sign checks.
We don't have a name. What, we're going to call ourselves?
Let's see what our initials spell.
May I? Oh, wait, Barry, Oz, Neville, Dennis. That's Bond.
Very good.
That's a good start, isn't it? Well, it's a union coming together.
Yeah, but you're left with BM and W. That's a good name for a car, but we've only got one vowel.
It's a bit like Countdown, this, isn't it? Hang on. What's your real name, Bomb?
Oh, good thinking, Moxie. Brian.
Another B.
My middle name's Ian, if that's any use.
Dim knob.
That's going to look good on a letterhead, isn't it? Dim knob, demolition.
Look, I do have a 3 o'clock.
It has to be pithy and distinctive.
A flock of seagulls.
Moxie, shut your gate.
Okay, let's reschedule. Sleep on it, yeah?
Bridge North?
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, that's strong. That's good.
Bridge North. I like that, Nev. That's happening. Bridge North. We could maybe even have our own website.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's all there.
These are quite nice, Barry. You must let us know where you get them from.
Davidoff's of German Street in London, Mum. Don't suppose you know it.
I do, actually. Across the street from the ironmongers.
Hey, he's our benefactor.
How did he handle himself in a net?
He was petrified most of the time. He didn't have that smug look on his boat race neither.
I found him nice enough at our dinner, but for a man who's found God, his hand did stray to my wife's thigh a few times.
So what's the order of plate then?
What do you mean?
Well, you're a gaffer. Always were.
Thinking, we'll have to find a spot to pitch the tents. We need a site office.
Courtesy of Novenda Homes.
Nice one, there. Portaloos, office supplies, mini-buses. Then we'll need a boat. I suppose we can ferry back and forward across the river.
Where's the workforce coming from?
Overseas.
Overseas. How come?
How come?
Yeah.
Because a Brit would want £18 an hour, that's how come. Whereas your Albanian will settle for a lot less.
I'm beginning to sound like bosses, aren't we?
Got a point there, Bob.
Haydi birbirine haydi. Hadi çıkmayın. Getir. Hadi. Haydi. Hep bırak.
I'll take 6 back to the pool, take the rest to the house in Salford. She'll come with me.
How are you, my friend?
I'm champion. Dennis, this is Yogi.
Nice to meet you, Yogi.
Yorgo.
Oh, sorry.
I have to tell you, this not soft job.
No.
Many of my peoples, they work hop fields or they pluck chickens. Not right for this. This needs skilled man, engineer, military.
Is this leading up to you asking me for more money?
This is leading up to me ask for more money, yes.
No. We had a deal, pal, remember? Now, if you are trying to shaft me, I've still got 2 weeks to get somebody else.
You not find someone else, you walk through me.
How much extra do you want?
10,000.
10,000? No, boff. What's up with him?
He is upset because you upset me.
Oh. Well, how upset would he be if I gave you a slap?
Look, Oz, you know, he's got a point. I mean, he couldn't pull a bridge down on more chicken pluckers. Maybe there's some middle ground here, you know? I mean, how about we give you £5,000 now, then if you knock the bridge down within 6 weeks, we'll give you another 5,000 bonus.
Aye.
His deal. Your friend think with his head.
What does your friend think with his bollocks?
Stop bullshit. You have advance?
It's all there.
Very good. Monday 25th, you have 50 peoples.
I can't believe you're going to give that bloke a slap, man. He had a gun. You can see it sticking out of his jacket.
Yeah, window dressing.
I'll tell you what, lad, something to be said for just driving a minicab.
Oh, Pat, it's me.
You're working late?
Oh, how did it go? Is it all signed and sealed?
Aye, for better or worse.
It's for the best, Neville. What are the words we never use?
I'm broke, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm too old.
Right. So are you on your way back?
No, we're going to stop over. Have a bite at Oz's.
I fixed Debbie's party. Taking the back room at Guido's. Have a disco and everything?
Well, that's going to cost, isn't it?
Hello? What were we just saying?
Fine. Champagne, limousines, ecstasy, whatever.
This place gives me the creeps. Everything automated. Whatever happened to people?
Could one of you pay for us? I don't have a credit card. I'll give you the cash though. Cheers, mate.
I bet there's a lot of the old in and out in a place like this.
Yeah, in and out in half an hour.
Okay, lads?
Yeah. I'm not staying here. There's no room service.
Yeah. Is this yours, a laptop?
Aye. Learn computer skills in it, Nick. Because you see, there's no social barriers in cyberspace then. People can't tell your accent in a chat room.
Well, I'm glad to hear you learned something inside.
Did carpentry and all. See that lovely table over there with a bally twist leg on it?
What do you make that?
No, but it's nice, isn't it? Listen, Den. How's about we go over to Newcastle tomorrow? We'll pack all your things and come back over here, and you can stay here with me as long as you like.
Everybody seems to be doing me favours. Look, I've told you, man. I can't pay you back.
Don't fret about the money, Den, man. We've told you. You won't owe. It just comes off your whack at the end. And being here with me has got to be better than the way you've been living recently.
Hey, I wasn't destitute, you know.
Oh, were you not?
No.
Den. You can't do that in here, son. Smoke-free zone. If you want to light up, you'll have to go in the garden.
Hells, bollocks, it's hard to get used to the new horse, lad. Mind you, the old one turned up when you lamped that flipping dealer like living with Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Dennis said you named your baby after Ali McBeal.
Well, Brenda did.
Isn't he the manager of Dundee United?
Right. How's for a bit more Romanian red?
Yeah. No thanks, Oz. Dodgy stomach.
It's probably this wine. I'll be glad when I've had enough. Cheers, mate.
Oh, just a touch, sauce. Lovely. We don't drink much wine at home.
No?
No, Tatiana's tipples are cranberry and stolly.
What happened to your Hazel?
Oh. Yeah, she left me. Yeah, no, she did this Open University course and, well, she got caught up in that whole movement that confused emancipation and liberation with sleeping with other women.
Never. And she never let you watch?
I always wondered why she was such a Melissa Etheridge fan. She moved in with an aromatherapist from Solihull. Actually, I saw her a year back. She was trying to change a rear tyre on the hard shoulder on the M6. So I tooled up in the Bentley. Of course, she had absolutely no inkling of how rich and successful I'd become in the meantime.
What did she say?
Well, she just stared at me in utter disbelief.
But you helped to change the wheel, like?
Pig off, I was pissing down. No, I just said, well, Hazel. That'll teach you for being a lesbo.
With 2 ex-wives, me. A couple of kids I never hear from, like.
It's my Debbie's 18th next week. We're having a big thrash.
Hey, do you want me to spin for her?
How do you mean?
That's what he does, the band, man. He's a turntablist, a mixmeister. He's a DJ, man, at records.
Oh, Aye, great.
Well, I'm off down London at the weekend. I'll bring some records back. Bit of garage, bit of hip-hop, bit of reggae, you know what I'm saying, right?
Fantastic, hey? Should be over the moon.
I'm surprised that you let him loose amongst your daughter's pals. If he's anything like his father.
Is that what you are, kid? Yeah? A chip off the old block?
Well, I mean, I'm not desperate.
Let them come to you. That's what your father told me.
Your lad's about Wyman's age, isn't he, Oz? Rod, wasn't it?
It was. Still is. Probably not the kid. Never came to see us once when I was in the jail, you know. I think I got one letter.
Took his mother's side, did he?
Ah, well, I can't blame him by that, like. Not in the house, then, eh?
Oh, it's good to see you. There. Jeffrey. Mr. Taylor, how are you?
Very well, Jeffrey, thank you.
Good. And these other chaps are your
partners?
Good. Good to meet you. I'm Jeffrey Granger.
Hello.
And this is Dan Calhoun, our structural engineer.
How you doing?
Champion.
So, went over the original plans, worked out a dismantling sequence. Have you as much experience in this line of work?
Not exactly on this scale.
Well, if you don't dismantle in the proper order, you run the risk of creating sectional stress.
Obviously,
End up with the entire fabrication toppling in the river.
That'll cut a few corners. Yeah. Why don't you talk us through the whole procedure? Yeah?
So which one of you is the gaffer?
That will be Dennis, yeah.
He's worked on bridges all over. There's a bit of a problem with the source, but then he's Irish.
Well, he won't be pulling the rivets out himself, will he?
Exactly. Look, we're going to make a bit of a thing of the last ride, the last trip across the river. Tony will almost certainly be coming up.
Tony?
Blair.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, his constituency's only up the road, after all. He'll bring a couple of cabinet cronies. Lord Wharfdale will be here, the Marquis of Londonderry, Anton Deck. Anyway, we thought you people in some way should be represented.
Oh, Jeffrey, I'd be delighted.
And I hope you'll bring your lady wife. She'd certainly grace the occasion.
Oh, no, she'll be thrilled.
Good chap. Well, my stomach tells me it's lunch. Sarah, see if you can find a restaurant with 3 chefs' hats. If that's remotely possible in this neck of the woods.
This man, Moxie, robbed me. He took some private papers along with the cash. I want it all back. So, Mr. Platt, how'd you feel about killing him?
I'm a Tranmere Rovers supporter. Brought up in the shadow of Liverpool and Everton. Makes you feel like a poor relation, country cousin. Leaves you resentful, full of spite.
Was that a yes?
I'll start with his gaff.
We tore it apart. Nothing but dirty laundry and bootleg videos.
You got lucky, didn't you, my dear? Good job, this. Nice dress. Better than working in a sweatshop, eh? Don't worry. I'll look after you.
I'd pay for that one myself.
I'll be paying for her soon enough.
Those brothers of hers are very protective.
Yeah. Well, Yorgo's got a big job on up in Middlesbrough. You make sure they're on it.
I want to take the first rivet out with this sucker.
Oh, hey, I can't stand heights, me, man. I'm gonna have to go down, us.
Oh, man, Den. You can see what future's from up here.
Oh, aye. Where do you see yourself?
In a better place.
Is that metaphorically?
If you like. I'm taking steps, so I'm seeing me laddie tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Aye. Well, I rang the mother. Got a phone number.
You got some bridges to build there, mate.
Is that another metaphor? Thick and fast the day, then.
Oh, I've got to go down, man.
Hold on. Oh, only a joke.
You look good in that, Neville. Very macho.
Thanks. Oh, take that seat there.
Morning, Nev.
Who's the toddy?
This is my secretary, Lorraine. Just come to help us set up the office. Lorraine, this is Dennis. Oz.
Hiya.
Hello. You might want to think twice about wearing that skirt when the workforce arrive, pet.
Really? Neville's always liked this skirt. He's always asking me to wear it. I'll go fetch that other box from the car.
Right. I'm amazed Brenda allows that to slither around your office.
She's very good at what she does.
Oh, aye. What's that then?
She, you know, answers the phones.
Oh, she's well qualified then.
Mrs. Greenland's not been in today.
Of course she did. She leave at 4 o'clock.
How can you make this much mess in 2 hours?
Hey, Barry, chill. Mellow out. How was your business in the north?
All right, thank you. How's our business? Managing all right without me?
Oh, there's no problems. 14 tons we shipped this week. Packet soups, kidney and steak. How you say? Pie. Pie in tins. Yes. Want a drink?
Oh, no, it's too early for me, thanks, Kat.
My sister upstairs. She make herself beautiful just for you.
Bit early.
This I don't believe. You leave me alone, you come home, straight off you on my back.
No, I'm not, baby. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, but it's me. I'm tired. Oh, no. Anyway, I've got you an invite. We're going to be doing this last ride across the river, bit of a PR thing.
You want me to go to... Where is this place?
Middlesbrough.
I think no, thank you.
Well, it's going to be very top draw, Tatiana. All sorts. Aristars, pop stars, the Prime Minister.
I have nothing to wear.
I'm sure you'll solve that problem, baby. Anyway, there'll probably be a bit of a do afterwards. You know, banqueting halls, speeches, lots of press and stuff. Why did you come up for a couple of days, eh? Meet the boys, I've told them all about you. Oh. Where'd you get this stuff, eh? Cool.
Boots. It's my herbal laxative.
Oh, bloody hell. I'll have a runny nose for days. Oh. Bloody hell.
All right.
Yeah, fine. Where's this party then?
Not far. I told me daughter I bought up London's top DJ, especially.
Hope she was impressed.
Well, I hope it's the truth.
Not really.
Don't tell her that. I've got a lot of points from this. Because usually she thinks of me as the uncoolest person on the planet. Just here. Yeah, what you got in these?
Split records, isn't it?
Just a minute.
Hello, mate. Come on, Moxie, let's get out of here.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh, it'll be fine if you're planning to top yourself. When I stop in a hotel, I like to get into the bar, have a drink and a chat. I can't talk to a vending machine.
I quite like it. Reminds me of Sweden.
Oh, when were you in Sweden?
Never. I just imagine it's like this, you know. Fully automated, labour saving, nice soap.
Let's go down the pub.
Okay.
There you are.
Good.
All right.
Hi. How are you doing, son?
Not bad.
Good. Can I get you a drink?
Can I have a glass of Rioja, please?
Cheers. Glass of Rioja? Is this your local?
Come here sometimes.
Canny place. So I spoke to your mother. Do you see much of her?
Yeah, went over there a couple of weeks ago.
How is she? Is she happy?
She's all right. She's got a bloke. Got a job. Makes her laugh.
What about yourself? What are you up to?
Me? I'm a singer.
What?
Yeah, I sing. I've been doing the clubs and that. Yeah, I had a few gigs.
Well, that's fantastic. Singing. I'll have to come along and see you sometime.
Oh, you don't have to feel obliged.
It's not a question of feeling obliged, man. Look, cut us a bit of slack, eh? I know I've not been the world's greatest father, but well, maybe there's a way I can make up for that.
You don't have to. I've got my own life. I'm doing absolutely fine.
Listen, son. I'm not proud of the person that I was, you know. Not proud of going to jail or being the kind of husband that I was to your mother, but people can't change, you know. I mean, look, I don't get hammered anymore. I live in the country. I've got a new tooth, look. And I've got a big scheme going down. Could make a real difference.
Difference to who?
Well, I'd like to think to all of us, even if it's only just money.
Look, I don't need anything from you, Dad.
You used to, when you were a kid. Yeah, can you remember Neville, who went to Germany? Well, his daughter's having a party tonight, a disco, a bit of an ease up. Do you want to come? Bound to be a stack of toddy.
What? Loads of little wannabes in miniskirts and mascara and that?
Guaranteed.
Ah, thanks, but I've got a date.
Ah, well, it's a pity. You know when you're singing, What name do you use, like, professionally?
Rod Osborne.
Aye.
All right, let's change the mood, let's change the groove. Let's disco down with a request from the birthday girl. Love is the drug, let's hear it from Mr. Ferry.
Before your time, this one?
Oh, it's me dad. He loves Roxy music. Can I buy a drink?
Nah, not on the job. What are you drinking?
Too much.
Yeah? I've heard you're some wicked girls up here.
Oh, yeah? And who told you that?
Just a rumour. I've had no first-hand experience.
Oh.
Take no big thing. Don't wait for the
Yeah, love. One for yourself.
Oh, thanks, lad.
Cheers, mate.
You know what Bomber fancies if we make a bob or two out of this?
No, what's that?
Open a nice little nursery. Somewhere in the Vale of Evesham. Work in the fresh air.
Looks like you've seen plenty of fresh air over the past few years, judging by the look of you.
Yeah. Digging ditches, laying turf. I worked as a bouncer for 6 months. Club in Birmingham. Terrible. All those kids stoned out of their heads.
Yeah. Much trouble?
Oh, not much. At least he made him less violent.
You all right, mate? Bloody hell! I'm gonna need some help here.
Dad, Mum says I have to go home with you and her at 11.
She said so.
It's not fair.
Hey, it's your sister's party and you're 14.
I know, but...
There's no buts. I hope you're sticking to orange juice. Which one's your Debbie? Over there, in the black dress. Well, they're all in black. Looks like a Marilyn Manson gig. There, man, the blondie taking a swig. Oh, hey, she looks deadly. They all do. I think you better get a bit of fresh air, Nev. Both me daughters look like strangers tonight. My laddie is a stranger. At least you've never been away from yours. Oh, how'd it go? Tricky, really. Fine looking laddie, mind. Nice gear, good skin. Marjorie must have got something right. What I cannot get used to is being a parent of grown-up kids, not bands. I shouldn't be this old, you know what I mean? Aye. I don't know who I am these days, Oz. That's how Brenda got us into this bridge business. She could see that I had to change things, shake things up a bit. But you and Brenda's all right, aren't you? I mean, it's not about that. That's part of it. We've never had sex since the bairn was born. And I love Brenda. Oh. Well, what about Viagra? Oh, that's not the problem. Lorraine in the office, I get a stalker I could hang a hat on. Well, what is it then? I don't know. I've been seeing a shrink. A woman over in Jasmine specialises in that sort of thing. daft thing is, I could do with her no bother. Really attractive. Well, can you not think about her while you're shagging Brenda? I knew I shouldn't have mentioned this. Well, seems like a hell of a good way to get your money's worth out of a sex therapist.
All right, Moxie. What to say?
They're keeping him overnight.
What was it, his heart?
Something else. They wouldn't say. They phoned his daughter to find out what medication he was on.
Well, I didn't know he was.
Me neither. Well, we wouldn't, would we?
I always thought Bomber was invincible.
It's one of you, Lenny Cowan.
Why?
I'm looking for a bloke called Moxie. Someone in the Grapes told us he nicked your motorbike.
I know we friggin' did.
Did you ever get it back?
Eventually. But I can't afford to fix it.
Where was it found? Was it local?
No, the police in friggin' Middlesbrough fished it out of the river.
Nice one, mate.
So the Transporter ferry sets off on its last ride after servicing this community since 1911. For some, this is a sad occasion, but for others, a step towards progress and the revitalisation of Teesside. Sadly, the crisis in the Middle East has prevented the Prime Minister Tony Blair from being here today, but the Deputy Minister of Trade has sent this message. He's too bloody ashamed to show his face! Excuse me, madam, terribly sorry. Obviously, feelings are running very high here today.
Yeah, I don't recognise anybody, me. Said they were inviting every famous person from Middlesbrough. Oh, well, that's Chris Rea, and he's on tour. Isn't David Coverdale from Redgate? Who's he? Lead singer in Whitesnake.
Well, that would be a major coup.
Yo!
All right, Bomber.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, Bomber's fine. Just one of those freak things. The alcohol didn't mix with this new medication anymore. Oh. I'm right as right.
Good, good.
Where's Tony Blair, then?
Oh, there's Bunny. Ooh, and that must be Mrs. Taylor. The lovely Titiana. Tatiana. Not in that dress.
Yeah, it's a look.
No, hold on, man.
It's a look.
Come on, man.
Look at them.
This I don't believe. I buy a designer's dress. I wear my new Versace shoes for what? A ferry. And I freeze my ass off.
Don't worry, baby bear. As soon as we get to the other side, we're going to be limousined off to a top hotel and a posh lunch. Look, Sweaty, this is historic. In a month's time, me and the lads are going to pull the whole thing down.
If you'd pulled it down last month, I wouldn't need to be here.
Barry!
Jeffrey!
Tatiana. Very sorry about the PM not making it. Very much wanted you to meet him.
But Anton Decker here, aren't they?
Well, I haven't heard they're not.
Come on! Everybody get off that! Come on, we go home! Come on, let's go! Move yourself, let's go! Okay, come on, this one is home for you now. Okay! Then we'll sleep upstairs, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on! 6, let's go! 7, 8, 9, 10, let's go. 10, we'll sleep downstairs. Come on! There is one kitchen for you cook, one bathroom, or you can piss in yard. We're going to see Mr. Taylor.
Who's this?
It's Oz. I told you about him, baby.
Oz!
Over here.
Oh, you know Jeffrey, of course you
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Let me introduce you to my wife, Tatiana.
Hello. Lovely to meet you, pet.
And this is her brother, Caddy. They drove up together from Droitwich, so we're having a bit of a night of it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought you would have finished your beard by now.
Okay, you talk business. We go outside, have a cigarette.
No, you don't need to bother, man.
No, it's okay.
Won't be long.
Nice to meet you. Ritzy place this, though, bud.
Well, there's no point depriving yourself. Have a brandy.
No, thanks.
No problems, I hope.
We've had to dip into the kitty a bit more than I'd planned. And the labour's come in at a bit more than I'd budgeted for. And the insurance. And this guy, Cahoon, the paddy, is he on your payroll or was?
Yours, surely.
You never mentioned that.
I said you'd need a technical chap, and I assumed you'd factored that in.
Well, how far over are we?
Oh, we'll be all right as soon as we get the big advance. Which means that we need it paid on the button, Jeffrey, end of week 1.
Well, that's not entirely up to me.
That was the deal. End of week 1.
Look, old boy, you're worrying unnecessarily. We should be celebrating. We've come a long way since our first little chat in the prison laundry. We shared a vision. And tomorrow, that vision becomes a reality.
That's right. Go on, Oz, have something. I recommend the creme brulee. It's absolutely busting.
No, thanks. I'd rather just get myself a bag of chips on the way home, buddy. Hey, lads, they're here!
Morning, Yoko. How are you today? Good. What was all that about?
They hate each other.
Who hates who?
All of this one hate all of this one. This one are Kosovans, this one are Serbs.
Christ, 2 years ago they were at war with each other.
That's right. Kill each other, burn villages. There is still much anger.
This is our bloody workforce. It's worse than Ulster. Be a bloodbath.
Do you think we're idiots? We've figured that out, man. The Serbs are going to be one side of the river, the Kosovans on the other.
It's going to be hard keeping the lid on this. You've all heard enough horror stories about the Serbs.
The Albanians are just as bad, Dennis. I thought they were Kosovans. Most Kosovans are Albanians.
They're all bandits over there, man. Descended from bandits. You can tell by the way they come into the pub, can't you? Trying to take advantage of the natural cover.
Well, we'll just have to make sure they stay on their own sides of the river, that's all.
Well, that's easy enough. We can have the Kosovans supporting the Borough, and the Serbs can support Hartlepool United.
Let's hope they never meet in the cup.
Haydi, idemo na rabota. Pogledaj, posta Kosovani! Idemo na rabota! Haydi!
Sorry I have to keep popping off, fellas. Only Tatiana wants to get home. Tuesday she has a Thai woman walk on her back.
When did you actually get married, Barry?
It was only a year ago. I was content with the status quo, but she wanted it. Of course, she's got a British passport now.
All right.
Yeah, we had a nice little ceremony at Droitwich Registry Office. Bit of a do at home, then we jetted off to Portofino for a few days. It was lovely.
You met her brother first, didn't you?
Yes, we were business partners. Yeah, that's how I met her. I thought I told you all this.
Oh, we must have just forgotten then, eh?
Aye, aye.
All right, well, ta-ra for a bit.
Ta-ra, Barry.
Ta-ra now.
I take it this wasn't a brotherly kiss.
Oh, maybe if you're from Kentucky.
You couldn't have seen very clearly.
What, then, man, I almost fell out with him in the corridor. He had his tongue down her throat and his hand up her arse.
Why didn't you tell him?
Well, how do you tell a bloke his wife's having it away with her brother? Huh?
Diana, where will you go? I have somewhere. They'll find you. They always do.
He's not from round here?
Well, the bike was ditched 200 yards away.
He's not local. We know everyone. Well, there's a slew of extra people on the bridge job, like.
So how do I get across the river?
A week ago, you could have got the transporter. You'll have to drive the long way round now.
Right, Neville. Come in.
Sorry, I'm looking for my brothers. They work on the bridge.
Are they Serb or Kosovan?
Kosovan.
Well, you're on the right side of the river, at least. Well, they're stopping not far away. I could give you a lift.
No!
You know him or something?
She's come for me.
Well, this is private property. What do you want?
He wants me. Go, go! Влазните ме, дори не нафичен.
Po, ec. Vodorin, ora fish. Kan jag till matraktorer, tjurre?
Irene!
Tjurre,
Irene!
Che bruma di mamma.
Fagli mandere, friend. Fagli mandere. Fagli mandere, proprio. Pitch. Sabor, fagli mandere. Fagli mandere.
You peoples piss me off! It's not your business how my peoples live. That's my business.
The place is bog awful. It's a disgrace. You're exploiting these poor bastards.
You know how this work. We make flight deal. They do good job or no?
Yeah, they're working fine.
British do better? British cost more. You people are peace brain amateurs.
How much extra will it cost us to find us some better digs?
A lot.
Well, maybe Granger's people would chip in. I mean, they're not going to want the press to think they're exploiting foreign workers.
Jesus. You're living in Cloyd Cuckoo land. Firstly, it's not foreign labour, son, it's black. And secondly, you's bunch of the contractors here. The Havisham outfit's got no moral or fiscal responsibility in this matter.
That looks right. You're a bunch of bloody amateurs.
Well, what are you all looking at me for? I told you at the beginning we are the gappers on this one. And I went out and shopped around and got the best deal what I could.
Oh, we may be the gaffers, but it weren't so long ago that we weren't. These fellas are living like we were in Germany.
Believe me, our hut was luxury compared to the squalor they're trying to live in. We've at least got to find a half-decent place for this lass to move to.
Well, she can stay in our motel. Feels quite Albanian to me.
Or maybe you could take her home, Nev. I'm sure Brenda would understand.
Oh, sod off, Oz.
All right. Don't let this thing get personal.
Well, look, you just tell me what you all want to do, because it comes out of our wedge.
Go to London, see your pal Granger. Maybe he'll meet you halfway.
This bloke who's looking for the skirt, Nev, did he have a Liverpool accent?
Cheers. Cheers. What we're trying to do is get you all better digs. Places to sleep.
Atë dojnë në gjinë në njëver më të mirë për t'jetu?
But in the meantime, we're going to chip in, get your sister somewhere. Because she can't keep down with 20 blokes.
I don't think they got half of that.
We get you hotel with friends.
Atë donë qënë 3 hotel në tyre?
Well, 3 në ire. Hey, what's wrong?
I think I've got a hold of the wrong end of the stick now.
Oh, no. All above board. No strings. I'm a grandfather.
Ata njerët mirë, ata më kanë ndihmu mua, ne mund të besojmë atyre. I told them you're good people, we can trust.
I'm glad we got that sorted. I'm bursting for a leak.
Bloody hell!
Put your packer back in your pants. Then you're going to take us to the money.
Money? What money?
Start-up's money, you rat bag.
Okay, fine. It's not here.
I didn't think it was. Let's go.
So where we going? Across the river. Village called Marsden. Open the boot. You are? Open it. Now, get in. No way. I'm claustrophobic. Honest. I'll be sick all over your spare.
It's rented.
Well, I can't go back to the board with a begging bowl because your workforce don't have room service. They're Albanians, for God's sake. I went there once on a parliamentary junket. They had a banner across the main street in Tirana. Translated, it meant, "Glory to our potatoes."
So what does that prove?
Well, these people aren't used to the finer things of life. They're not expecting shower caps and bittermints on the pillow.
All the lads feel bad. Look, anything extra can come off our big payday at the end.
Yeah, your big payday, Oz, is conditional on the sale of the bridge.
Right. And?
Well, there may be a wrinkle in that area. There's been a bit of backsliding from our Malaysian friends.
What are you saying, Jeffrey?
Well, the chap we were dealing with is suddenly out of favour. It's all very political. It's not untypical of that part of the world.
Given the catastrophic possibility that this is true, what am I supposed to do with 1 billion tons of bridge?
Well, scrap.
Scrap? We're taking it down piece by piece, stacking it in sections and numbering it because it's supposed to be rebuilt. If it was for scrap, we could have ripped it down by now.
For God's sake, Oz, nothing's in stone. I was just hoisting up South Cone about you increasing your capital expenditure. We're still talking.
My team put their savings into this deal. Everything they've got, most of them. You better be talking, Geoffrey, or else I'll hoist the South Cone right up your arse.
Here you are, my dear. Room's on the first floor. Lift's over there.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
Night. Night.
Night,
Good
love.
night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Actually, I'll get my head down as well. See you in the morning.
Just a minute, you.
What?
What haven't you told us, Moxie?
How do you mean?
Well, you weren't mugged. You're still wearing your watch.
It's only a Timex.
Is that bloke one of the people that's after you?
Could have been.
Well, whoever he was, where did he go?
I was unconscious. I've got no idea.
I see a crossbow, I'm out of there.
My friend, oh, did we wake you?
Yes, you did.
His tongue come out, and out it.
Oh, I get the picture, thanks, Oz.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I can't argue with that, you
What about me? Oh, you're easy, easy. Abba and Akka Bill. Do you need a drink here?
Yes! Oh no! Yes!
Bloody hell!
You get British worker, yes? Drink tea, scratch balls, cost you 3 times more money.